Hi everyone and welcome to the summer of Series 13 in Forza Horizon 5. As usual, we begin the season with a trial, and I have to say this one is gonna be a little bit weird. On a good side, it's a stock showdown in 2013 Ford Mustang, well not Mustang, Shelby GT500, though it is called 13 Ford Mustang in the short name that shows on the leaderboard. So that's a good thing. I like stock showdowns. It levels the playing field and really makes the trials interesting again. On a bad side, the PI requirement for it is 756, while the car is actually 755, which leads to a weird bug where even though you own the car, you can't join the trial with it. That's quite upsetting, but there are a few ways around it, and not all of them actually involve buying a new car. Let's just get through this checkpoint, which as always collects its toll. There's always a victim or two, and quite often it's also AI that doesn't manage to go through that checkpoint. But now we are through it in the second place. We can continue talking about how the hell do you actually join the trial. So first of all, what the problem is. The problem is when you just buy the car brand new, somehow its PI is 756. But once you do anything with it, and that includes not even tuning, but simple things like applying the livery or just driving it around for a bit, it drops down to 755, which makes it ineligible to join the trial, which is super weird. I guess there's some math involved with decimals and rounding in the wrong direction, but well, whatever it is. Now, resetting your car to stock, removing the tune, applying the tune and removing it again doesn't seem to help. So one option, which is what I just did, is when you join the trial, you have an ability to rent a car, which will come in absolute stock configuration and with stock paint, which is a bit of upsetting, but it is what it is. So this way you can simply join the trial, and considering it's stock, so there's not a lot of tuning parameters available to you anyway, it's not too bad. You basically get into the same boat as everybody. I just hope we don't mess it up with the teammate here, because while they are quite a bit slower and have a little bit of a problem controlling the car, they really don't want me to pass, and I'm not sure whether it's intentional or just inability to control the car. But now that's done in that corner, we pass them and can continue. The other option to get a brand new Shelby GT500 is to win one of the seasonal championships. If you look at the festival playlist, the reward for one of the seasonal champs is 2013 Ford Mustang, which is a 2013 Ford Shelby GT500. That way you can get a brand new car, which you just don't touch, you leave it in the garage, and when you jump into the trial, it will be available. This way we actually finished the first race by now, and I think the Team Humans is ahead. Oh yeah, by a good margin. So despite all of those difficulties, we are good. So let's go for the second race and make it quick. Right, the second race is Chihuahua Circuit in the wet. That's gonna be interesting, because another weird thing about the choice of a car is, how to say it lightly, it's a very powerful car with all that power going to the road through the rear wheels, which means it's quite hard to control. You've seen in the first race how many people, even high in the positions, were sliding and drifting all the time, and you could just see it right here at the very start. Everybody was drifting. The thing here is you need a lot of throttle control with this kind of a car, and not many people can actually do it. So if you are having difficulties controlling the car and you are on a controller, just remember you can only do full throttle gently, slowly, and when your car is positioned directly straight. That's the only scenario where you can actually smash the throttle to 100%. Otherwise you need to control your throttle and feather it so that the vibration from your controller doesn't go off. You know, the moment it starts to vibrate, you need to ease off on your throttle a little bit, because that means your wheels are losing traction and you're about to slide. If you are on a keyboard, I really don't know what to do for you. One thing that you should definitely do if you have issues controlling this Shelby is enable traction control. That will make your life a lot easier. Even if if you think assists are for noobs and so on, but if you are sliding in every corner, if you're smashing into the walls and drifting, that means, maybe traction control is for you. And particularly on a really powerful rear wheel build, there's nothing wrong about using the traction control. And I messed up this corner tremendously, and we are actually in trouble. So I can chase the first one and overtake them, but then I won't have enough time for anyone else to catch up, and I think we are losing this race. So instead I'm gonna slow down, let the first one go. That's fine. We just need to collect a pack of AIs behind us and hope that our other teammates can actually catch up a little bit and pass some of them. Okay, there's one teammate ahead. Now we need to get another one through, not the AI, just the player. Right, like so. But that's still not enough. You see, if we were 1 to 3, that would be enough. But we have 2 people at the very back, so I have to continue to slow down, collect this whole pack of AIs behind me, and kind of hope that the 2 last players catch up enough to pass at least one. They only need to pass one, but I think I've seen on the map that they were quite a bit behind. So this is a bit of a painful experience, but it's not too bad. I mean, we are 50 points off, so just one overtake is all we needed. Needed, but one of our teammates in front seemed to have missed the checkpoint, and another one quit. So, right, I don't have time anymore to chase the first one, obviously. So that's gonna be a 3 races trial. Okay, we are definitely losing this unless 2 people from the back leave the race right now, but I wonder if that's gonna happen. I don't know. The whole AI pack is right behind me. That's quite funny. But overall, Chihuahua in the wet in this car is difficult, so it's okay. Everybody was doing fine in the first race, so more or less fine. So we have 2 levers. Yep. Right, let's see what the third race is. Okay, we are in Riviera Sprint, and it looks like it's dry, so that should make things a little bit easier. There's only 4 of us, which also, well, actually depends. Say if 3 players hang on the last place, there's nothing I can do about it. I can win it by a mile, doesn't matter, there's not enough points. But let's see, Kenyan Sprint was kind of alright. We'll just leave me a little bit of space, please. Oh, it's not completely dry, it's kind of after rain. Yeah, it's fine. You see, again, a lot of sliding, a lot of smashing into the cars. I need to make that checkpoint. Sorry, thanks. Yeah, okay. It's fine that teammates are passing me. I have a feeling that that's not going to be for long. As you can see, there's a little bit of a wall riding there in a kind of big time loss way, and yeah, my teammate's car at some point was almost perpendicular to the road, which is, yeah, it's not a drifting competition. But right, we are up in the 2nd place. We just need to beat that front AI. That shouldn't be too difficult, really, especially if I avoid hitting the walls, because yeah, wall riding is a thing that you really need to exercise carefully. Somehow people think that, okay, I can ride all the walls in single player and it's going to be faster. In 99% of the cases, it's much slower than cleanly driving by the road. The wall riding allows you to keep the momentum and the direction when you know what you're doing precisely with it. But if you already know what you're doing, and if you know how to control it, you actually don't need any wall riding. You're going to be fast on the road anyway. So basically, you know, my advice, if you think wall riding is a useful tool, think again. Just drive clean is going to be good. So this is where we should be. Yeah, we easily past the AI. I know what it is with AI and the corners. In general, a lot of complaints about high difficulty AI is that they pass the corners like on rails. That's not my observation. In equal cars or similar cars, you can really see how early and how heavily AI brakes. And I have the same flaw. I often brake way too much, slow down too much, which does cost me a lot of time in rivals, and this is something I still need to fix in my driving. But AI, compared to me, even unbeatable, is just a different planet. They overbrake anytime they can, and the hairpin like that, or a tight corner, usually is your best chance to pass them, while it may be more difficult to do on the straight. Right, we are nearing the end of the third race. It's a 3-race trial, hasn't been so for a while now. We are nearing the end of it, and the Team Human is overwhelmingly winning this. So that's it. That's how you join and win the trial. Be careful with driving this car. Throttle control, traction control, all these things will help you. Try not to drift, try not to slide, and you're going to be okay. Thank you for watching. I hope this was useful and entertaining, and I'll see you in the next one.